Once again, welcome back, students. We'll just continue this chapter, that is the freedom struggle of 1857. In the part 2 video, we studied how the outburst began, from which corner, how people came and revolted, then leadership, who were the leaders who put forth, who came and they fought, but they did not succeed. Now, causes of the failure of the struggle. Now, what was the cause? Why this revolt failed? क्यों fail हुआ? इतना सारा लोग होने के बावजूद why this revolt failed? In this chapter, we're going to do. Then consequences and effect. What happened once it failed? Queen's proclamation, change in the composition of the army, and change in the policy. We'll see now what is this. Causes of the failure of the struggle. Now, what is the cause? Why this revolt failed? The struggle did not take place all over India at once. So what happened here? Britishers, they got easy. सब जगह नहीं चालू था at the once. If it would be starting revolt in one time at one place, then it would be difficult for the Britishers, no, to capture, to fight with everyone. So here what happened, one mistake was what? The struggle did not take place all over India at once. Its intensity was more in North India, whereas Rajputana, Punjab, some parts of Bengal and Northwest remained aloof. Aloof means they were away from the revolt. They did not get involved. So most of the struggle was happening where? In the north. So British could easily resist them. No, British could easily fight with them. There was lack of central leadership, coordination, and no uniformity in the struggle. So everyone was taking initiative. There was no proper management. When you want to fight, when you want to conquer something, we need to have one goal, one leader. Take an example, students. If teacher gives you an activity or informs a group of maybe 5 to 10 students, and she asks you are going to prepare a skit based on this, and then everyone will start fighting. No, I want to be this rule. I will act like this. I will take this character, and there is a lot of confusion, and you are not able to prepare. But if there is one leadership, if you listen to the leader, if teacher selects a monitor or a leader of a group, and what she says or what things are to be done, if there is proper coordination, then only you can succeed in this. So here in the when the struggle started of 1857, there was no uniformity, no coordination, and no proper leadership quality. Majority of rulers of Indian's princely state and educated Indians kept away from the struggles. So most of the rulers of Indian, there were some princely states. Now, which states are called princely states? The states which are ruled by the prince. That is why those states are named as prince. So those they an educated Indians, some they were educated, they did not get involved into the struggle. Indian soldiers were brave but lacked tactics and had limited arms. Means lacked tactics means they did not use their technique, logic नहीं use किया. They did not use any kind of techniques, and limited arms means they did not have proper weapons to fight. They were not having proper things to fight against the Britishers. Britishers had unified leadership. Yes, unified means stronger and together. Experienced army generals and the leaders of army, they were experienced. They were disciplined army. Latest weapon. Now we have Android latest advanced phones. So just like this, our Indians were not having weapons, those kind of weapons, but the Britishers were having latest weapons. Economic strength, they were having lot of money. They could buy the things quickly, and modern means of transport and communication. So they can easily communicate and transport. So that was the main thing there. The British had won the Crimean War, and its naval strength was vast. What is naval strength? No, navy. The navy which is there on the coastals of a sea. We have armed force, air force, and naval force. So their naval force was also very stronger. Now what happened? This consequences and effects. It shook the foundation of British power in India. Yes, but what happened when the struggle, though the struggle was fail what struggle, but still it shook the foundation of the British power in India. उनको हिला के रख दिया, थोड़ा सा डर उनके दिल में हो गया. ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट वॉज फोर्स टू टेक ओवर द अफेयर्स ऑफ इंडियंस बाय पासिंग द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट इन 1858. The British Parliament was forced to take over the affairs of India by passing. So what happened here? Britishers got the power again. They realized that British power in India was not safe in the hands of the East India Company. So they took over. The British Parliament was forced to take over the affairs of India by passing the Government Act of 1858. They realized that British power in India was not safe in the hands of East India Company. So the people realized the government passed an act and they took back the right from there, and they thought this is not safe. The Governor General was designated as the Viceroy of India. A new post of Secretary State was created to look after the affairs. Now we see Governor General, no? He was made first Governor General of whole India. But then later on this position was been cancelled, was designated as the Viceroy of India. First Governor General was there. So that changed and it came to the Viceroy of India. And we have seen Lord Warren Hastings, he became the first Governor General in chapter number 3. But this new post came, that is, Secretary of State was created to look after the affairs of India. Then comes Queen's Proclamation. Now Queen Victoria of England, she was the Queen of England, issued a proclamation addressing the people of India in 1858. Now she made certain changes. She made certain good changes. Let's see what changes were made by her. No discrimination on the ground of race, religion, caste and place of birth. So first point, she did good thing, that is no one is going to be discriminated. No bhedbhav on based on caste. Race means your color, skin color, kala, gora, whatever. Religion, caste, place of birth. Second point, government jobs on the basis of merits. So if you want to get a government job, you need to have your merit, your distinction marks. किसी के मेरी पहचान है, my reference, no, nobody would be taken. So that was the second point. Good thing that based on your merit, based on your marks, you will be getting government jobs. No interference in the religious affairs. So Britishers had no right to enter in religious affairs. Whatever is happening in the religion, no, they don't. Nobody had right to interfere. Honoring all the treaties made with the Indian princely states. Now honoring all the treaties. Treaties means signs, agreements जो किए, honoring all them, respecting those. No annexation of any states in future. So no states will be annexed. Annex means और दूसरे राज्यों को अपने कब्जे में नहीं किया जाएगा. So no states will be annexed in future. Change in the policy, non-interference in the social and religious matters of India. So the Queen's proclamation that she told nobody is going to interfere in any of the social or the religious matters. The care was taken so that the Indians did not unite and rebel again. So what was the other one here? वो इसका भी ध्यान रखते थे that Indians फिर से एक ना हो और फिर से रिबेल चालू ना हो, revolts. So they were looking into this also, and that is why another policy came, that is called policy of divide and rule. This was where a great policy which came up, but which was, their intention was different. Their intention was what? They don't wanted to see Indians again united. उनको फिर से दोबारा इंडिया को united नहीं देखना था, and that is the reason they opened a policy called divide and rule policy. And in detail we are going to study about this divide. What is divide and rule? Means to divide the states and then rule. Bengal province was big area, so they divided, and what they told people that we are dividing because we cannot control whole state together, so we are dividing. But their main intention was to divide and to rule, means Indians should not come again together to fight. That was the main reason there. So that was the main part in that area, and there they decided that it would be better if we have divide and rule policy, and so that we can easily rule. This was Queen's proclamation, but main मकसद क्या था उनको Hindu, Muslim, they wanted to divide them. They wanted to divide Hindu and Muslims. In order to create what? So they should not come together and fight again. So this was the main thing which was the. I hope this chapter is clear to you. Students, notes will be provided. Please note down it in your notebook. And daily I will be uploading 2 videos. Thank you, students. Stay safe.